Hello, practitioner of the wave principle. Now that you have seen the basics, you can start looking at the chart from another perspective. You have just upgraded your lens to the next level. But that is just the beginning. You see, once you know there are impulsive and corrective places, you can start spotting figures. But when and where these figures show up? Is there a rule or a guideline that can give an indication of what's happening next? I believe the most important data every trader wants to know is when to get in and when to get out, and that's exactly what we are going to study in this section of the Wave Principle Advanced. The location of the wave, the importance of where is this happening, where is this pattern developing, is it at the beginning, is it at the end? It's really important to take notice of where the waves are happening, and also the pattern combination of how one wave is developing one after another, and that makes a change of formations that can give you a clue of what's going to happen next. And we also talked about the cluster maps for Fibonacci when we measure different wavelengths and we get these areas that matches between different Fibonacci retracement. And that is really important because these zones can give you information on where the price is going to react and what happens if it goes through. So cluster maps can give you an idea of where the retracement is going to end and where the target is going to go. We also talked about the 5 key guidelines. It's going to help you understand how the market behaves. Just remember that there's a big difference between a rule and a guideline. Guidelines only happen sometimes, but it's very interesting to see how the price actually follow these guidelines. You also saw the growth pattern that we can see in nature, 5353. This is the reason Elliott developed the wave principle after he noticed the Fibonacci is how the things in the universe grow and contracts. And you can find this in every move that the market does, even in your body. You have a head, your hands, and your legs, that's 5, and you know the rest. We also covered the complex corrective wave such as WXY and the triple combo WXYXZ, and try to make it simple. Don't try to make it sound like very complicated as the name. It's just 2 corrective waves connected with an X, and that's it, like an X flat zigzag. I also covered the RSI, that is the only indicator that I use and that helps me understand if the movement is significant or not, if it has one more further movement or it's gonna turn around if I find divergence. But the RSI can also tell me where is the support and where is the resist in a certain level of the price where it goes back. I always say that RSI is like an energy bar. If it's too high, it needs to reload before going for new heights. And the same goes for the bearish side. And in this part of the video series, I talk about your psychology and how that affects your wave principle analysis. So you have to be aware and conscious about how you perceive this world and how do you feel, because the way you feel can actually shape the things you perceive. And lastly, but not the least, we're gonna put everything into action. This is how you use the wave principle in TradingView so you can analyze any chart and any market at any time frame. So let's begin here.